in the early days, there was so much hate for free to play, and like the top games weren't free to play initially. From your perspective, did you see a specific change where it's like, okay, now there's mainstream adoption for this, or was it kind of coming in inches over time?
I mean, there used to be a time where we would launch, sometimes two versions of the game. One that was the premium that you paid up front, and then one that was the free to play. And what started to happen is the free version, quote unquote, almost always generated more than the premium version, right? I feel like I noticed that distinct change in the consumers kind of accepting free to play as a model 5-ish years ago, where it just, look, the thing with gamers are loud. I think even with NFTs right now, you hear like, oh, NFTs are bad, this and this, Ghost Recon, like just so loud, and they're so, sometimes it's easy for you to take those loud people as representing everybody, when the reality is like, sometimes a couple of things will happen. Some of those people, will naturally just age out, or some of the products that are being made, because the demographic of who is now a gamer has changed dramatically, such that maybe those types of gamers, your core gamers who will never like NFTs, who will go to their graves, denigrating NFTs, maybe that's okay. But for the newer age of folks, maybe our grandma who's playing Candy Crush, she's a gamer too, whether those core gamers like it or not, right? And if you craft experiences that work for her and allow her to get in the game, if you will, then like it just makes a lot of sense.
You bring up a great point, Ismail, which is so much of the advent of free to play, and paraphrasing a little bit here, but it seems like part of what you're saying is it was less about convincing existing core gamers to adopt a new model, more about mobile free to play expanding the market, bringing in people that grew up with this as default model, or people that were never gamers before and still don't call themselves gamers but are playing these games, right?
Exactly.